let's keep going. So again, we got that field snack. So now we got no energy, right? Because we went too late. If we did it before 12, by the way, we would have got that energy back. But you can see, watch how much I get. Oh, pet my puppy first. Little puppy. Watch how much energy I get back here with the field snack, which is just epic. Watch it. Bam, right? Big chunk back. And all it really is from seeds over here. All right, it's time to go and do something super fun. We're going to get that going on. I think we got enough of all of this. Nope. There we go. Keep that going. All right, so let's go work on our water can. Now, again, in theory, I should have done it on day 26. Then by now, my watering can would be fine, and I could go ahead and put down the seeds and go ahead and water. Now, in summer, since I've worked so hard in spring, you'll see that I work a lot less hard in summer. My job in spring is to build up a ton of cash, up like that. Let's go clear all this stuff over here. And what I'll do is I'll go through and just work more on other stuff than working on farming. But I'll kind of do the same kind of stuff, right? If I'm walking by, I'll hit this, I'll hit that, and so on. Come back to it later. And of course, notice I'm foraging as well if I see foraging stuff. Now, you want to forage at least a little bit in the beginning because you want to get those foraging items, which you can turn in for quests. Super, super useful. Pretty awesome. Didn't think he could hit those notes, but he did. There you go. I'm hitting those epic notes. The epic low notes and the epic high notes. You missed it, everybody. You missed it. Blame it on my ISP. Blame it on them. All right, upgrade tools. There we go. Watering can. All right, we'll come back in a couple days and get it going on. And again, just running around doing a little foraging. Putting my watering can in there. Again, I'm going to be doing zero farming. Zero farming today. Now, I also like to, on the first day of summer, I like to go around and clear all the stuff that's going to respawn over here. I clear the back part of this here as well. Especially when I've got my tools on me here. There's like a sign or something back here, which I have not figured out yet. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's something. It's something back there. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out one day. Don't tell me. There's something right here. There's something blocking me there. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You could run down in that side there. There's definitely something behind there. See, this march should go away so you can see. All right. And again, there's some random people coming by. Let's talk to them. My head. Less pollen. There you go. Yeah, we're just running around foraging. Getting our first day of summer going. I love me some summer. I'm not going to lie. I like summer, but I like it year-round. Like right now, it's like 70 degrees. So I actually have shorts on. And no, I'm not going to show you. And I don't have my Hawaiian shorts on, by the way, for those who know what I'm talking about. I should have thought of that. I should have put my Hawaiian shorts on. I just got normal shorts. Because it's nice and warm for once. All right, we're going to go up here. And you're like, hey, wait a minute, Kismet. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Well, I just got that thing. I happen to be right here. Might as well just go in here and throw it in here. Which is, of course, the summer foraging. Right? And we already got one. Of course, use the regular ones, right? You want to use the cheap ones. And again, you don't have to put it in thing. We also got a grate from before. Throw that in there. And all we need now is a spice berry. And just throw them in there. Then you don't have to worry about that you accidentally sold them or something like that. You put them away right away. This way you don't get hosed later on. Later on. I've accidentally done that before. Sold it and then realized I needed it. Like the parsnips. I sold them and then realized I need those parsnips. Right? That's a bummer. Who's this lady? Gotta be a great citizen, says Maru. Awesome. Now we're going to go up here. We're going to talk to this lady. We're going to get into the next stage of the game. We're going to talk to our lady here. Now we can upgrade our house. We can go and look at the shop. She's got wood and chairs and all sorts of fun stuff you can decorate your house with. But we're not going to do any of that. We can also upgrade our house for 10,000. Right here, 10,000 gold, and you need 400 pieces of wood, which I've got. No, thank you. You're like, wait a minute, you don't want to upgrade your house? No, because I want to construct farm buildings. We're going to go ahead and do a coop here. It houses 4 coop-dwelling animals. We're going to start with that because that's fairly cheap. Now, I've got 18,000, so I could, in theory, go to a barn, which is about 6,000. 350 wood, 150 stone. I've got that as well. Which one do I prefer? Neither, because eventually I'll do both. But here's the thing. You need money for seeds, right? If you want to do farming, you're going to need that money eventually. Now, if you don't want to do seeds, which I'm not going to do in this playthrough, but normally I would. Normally I'd just do a coop, and then I would do seeds. Then I would make a bunch of money off the farming, and then buy the barn. But in this particular one, what I'm going to do, since I have 18,000 on me right now, and this is going to cost basically about, it's going to cost me about 10,000. I'm actually going to start with a barn for the first time. Normally I always do the coop. But we're going to go ahead and start with the barn first. And then what it does is shows you your thing. And then you're like, ah, now I know why you cleared all that stuff, Kismet. You're so dang smart. You thinking so far ahead. Yep. Put it right there. Putting it right there. There we go. Now, the cool thing is, if you put that in the wrong spot, you can actually move it later, which is cool. All right, now basically I can't do anything else with her other than to buy this wood and stone and all this stuff directly from her over here, which is great. Later on, when you have tons and tons of cash and you don't want to go collect wood or whatnot, you can go do that. But again, anywhere you're out of resources, you can cut those down. Now, notice I only cut half of those down. I do that on purpose so nothing is hiding behind it later on. Oh, do we look up here? Hold on. We got to go look over here first. We got to look over here. See if we're missing anything. I think I've already talked to that dude. Now, there is a bunch of social side of this that you give people presents and you give them stuff on their birthday and you could be building up all this social aspect of the game. I don't typically do that part of the game. I do that part later. Oh, there's some more grapes. And again, notice our trees are cut down so they're not blocking. And we'll just run back over this way. And I did notice that there's a little wiggly, so we're going to try to hit that little wiggly guy over here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and that's okay. I'll just run off the side. Actually, I wanted to move that over by one so I could put a fence down the side, but that's okay. I'll just run it straight down like that. It'll be fine. And it's time to run it. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're going to run it. Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to be smart about my next upgrade, right? After this one's done, I need to think, okay, my next upgrade is going to be the coop. And the coop is going to take a lot of wood as well. So right now, I've got 368 wood. And I have it written down over here, how much all of these buildings take, right? The barn takes 350 wood. So we used a lot of wood on that. Luckily, we collected a massive amount. And then we need 300 left to actually do that. And you're like, well, Kismet, how do you split these? Well, you can just hold down the right mouse button, you get them one at a time. Or you can just right-click, right, to pick it up, right, like this. Or you can try to split the thing, right? That's what I think it's... What is it? Shift. Hold down Shift to split it, which is usually a better way of doing it, right? Come on. I just did it. Hold on. I just did it. Shift right click. That's what. Pressing the wrong buttons. All right. So there we go. So we want to keep it about 300 in there. The point is to get that to 300. And then once you get it to 300, take it off of you so it doesn't restack. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that back in there. So I know I've got that extra 300 put away for my coop when this is done. Now I'm going to start transitioning from farming to animals, right? And we can't really put this down until this is done building. So basically, we're just going to be doing other stuff here. And let's go ahead and put the geode back in there. And this we want to take with us. Get rid of that chat thing. There we go. And this we can go ahead. What else we got? We got some stuff for Gunther. This one. Use that later on. This we could go ahead and get that started. We'll put. Oh wait a minute. That didn't belong in there. Let's go ahead. Or actually, it does. Yeah, let's put that back for now. Where the heck did it go? Oh, it's on my cursor. There we go. Okay, let's put this in here. Restack that. Let's see. These are foraging items, which we can get rid of now because we've already gotten the thing for it. So I like to keep, at least one of each of the things, right? And you'll see me build up a whole bunch of stuff. You can sort it. I like to keep one of each every little thing that I do, except for the foraging items. Except for the foraging items. I mean, all of the stuff that I actually make. Now, the great thing about keeping stuff, one or two of each thing, is that you can go and you can do quests and turn it in for the kind of social reward later on. But I'm not gonna save any of that. We're just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Just to get the dollar bills, because you can see our dollar bills are going to be dropping very, very quickly. We're going to need enough for seeds and to work on all that stuff. All right, and this, I'm going to do this. Actually, I wanted to do this. Put that back in there. And then we'll keep working on our crystal here. And then over here, put our stone away. We want to keep our wood on us for right now. Let's see, we put this away, all this other stuff away. We got this, we're going to turn that in, that's junk. Sell this stuff. Like so. Keep all of that. And then also we want to go ahead and make some stuff. We're going to go ahead and make some more of these wood paths. Out of all the wood that we got left. It's a lot of wood paths, isn't it? Now, I'm going to see what I usually do here is I go ahead and finish my downward one here. Again, notice the stuff going there. And of course, if it's in my way, just clear it out. There we go. Come on, a little fail action. Now, I like to put it where I can see it, right? I mean, I can put it down a little bit lower, but it's hard to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. Now, here's the thing. Go down and come back up. And that's going to tell you where you normally run up from the bottom. Oops, a little fail there. And we'll go ahead and get our axe. There we go. There we go. And again, we'll go ahead and use some of these right here. Just a little bit. Now, today, we're not going to use much energy, right? We're just kind of setting up paths and things like that. That's going to help us down the road. And again, we're not doing any farming. We're not doing any of that stuff. Just getting it going. Of course, we've already turned in our tool, right? Our watering tool, so we can't even do it there. But we can go, and we can keep going off to the side here. With what we were working on. Yeah, so I heavily shift from one thing to another. Now, again, I could just be making seeds, and I could have just kept using the same watering can and all of that. But I have a tendency to transition to kind of the next phase, which is get as much grass growing as possible, which is basically this phase for me. I get as much going, clear as much of this stuff out of the way, and it will pay off at the end of fall. And you're like, wait a minute, you mean the end of summer? No, the end of fall. In a couple seasons from now. In a couple seasons from now. Oh, starting to get exhausted, right? Got plenty of snacks. Let's go ahead and go hardcore. You ready? Let's go. Do them all in a row. Do you move faster on a path? You do. You do, Higo TV. You definitely do. That's why I create those paths to get from place to place faster. If you're running through your fields or you're running through grass, you actually walk slower. So that's why I put the paths there. Also, they're a great visual clue. You'll see me just make a little small path in the very beginning, so I'm not using up that much resources. Just to see exactly how I can make my way all the way down from the top of my base without having to like second guess it all the time. Where the bottom, where I've cleared out of the bottom, so I can go all the way down the bottom and then kind of go out the bottom of my farm here. And again, we're just trying to clear the bottom side here. These trees take a long time. They take a lot of resources. Resources in the fact that to keep your energy up. But you'll see we'll get it done by probably day 1 or day 2 of summer while we're waiting for our watering can. And then, of course, we're going to be very, very heavy in mining. I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Then we're going to do a lot of crafting and whatnot here in summer. But we still will be doing farming. We still want to be doing farming because that's going to make us kind of passive income while we're doing other stuff. And then eventually our farming is going to get very, very easy. It's going to be very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. And in this particular playthrough, we're going very much heavier into animals. Like we're going to be doing barns and coops. As opposed to just going very, very heavy into farming. Which we'll do eventually. One of the other big benefits of cutting down the trees is it's not obstructing your view. Right? I try to put my trees in a way where it's not obstructing my view. So I can see my whole entire thing, what's going on with it, where stuff is, as well. Now again, I'm in the first year. I'm in first day of summer. And in the first 28 days, I've made 40 grand. 40 grand in the first thing. Again, very focused. Very, very, very focused at the very beginning. You crush that beginning, and then you're just styling for the rest of the game, I find. Kismet, where's your hat and suit, says Zero's Night. Typically only special occasions. Typically special occasions do I wear the Wasteland Tycoon outfit. Usually when I'm at TwitchCon and that kind of stuff. Wow. I should start making paths. I know, huh? It took me a while to figure that out. I would find that when I'm running through the grass like this, watch as I slow down. Right? It's slowing me down. Because I have it on always run. Notice how much faster I go when I'm not in the grass. If you're running on seeds, you go faster. But if your stuff is starting to grow in your farm, you actually walk slower. So paths are very, very useful. But I also find them to be very useful just visually to get me from place to place. When I first started playing and I didn't really know the map well, I started making paths to find my way to stuff, right? Like I discovered the little cabin over there, right? Let's keep going. I discovered the little cabin over there. And then I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a path to that cabin so I can find my way back there. And that worked very, very well. And I've made paths around the entire thing before. And I've restarted the beginning of this many, 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 many times. Just to get the tactics down. Now, the longest I've gone in this game, and I only started playing in December, and I've really not played it all the time. Oh, there's 12 o'clock. Darn it. I was going to try to get back before 12. I started talking. I've not played it like night and day kind of thing. But I have played it quite a bit. Quite a bit while I was out sick. All right, we're going to try to get here before 1 o'clock. And we're going to try to get the most of our energy back. Oop, wrong one. Wrong one. Living off the land. Let's see what it is. Summer's here along with blah, 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 blah. Yep. Now, again, depending on what time you go to sleep is how much energy you get back over there. Is when your energy is really low. But when your energy is fairly high, you'll normally get it all the way back, even if you do it right before 2 o'clock. Here we go. I made a little bit of money. No big deal. I made a couple hundred there. We're not getting serious about money now. Now we're shifting from making lots and lots of gold to, of course, doing that massive upgrades. Look at that. Look at that energy all the way back up. Sweet. Sweet. We could have probably rid it even further, but there we go. Again, I'm checking for anything that tells me recipes, because I try to get all the recipes right off the beginning of the day. And I'll run out here and I'll get something queued up. In this case, thing. She's out here now working on it. Look at our beautiful farm. getting cleared out. Again, notice I'm clearing these just with the axe. Like so. And let's keep going. Let's get this done. And you're like, Kismet, why are you cutting down all the trees? Well, I'm trying to make room for grass. I want the whole entire place to be full of grass. I got all those, by the way. I got all those, by the way. Yeah, notice how I'm standing with my back to the water. You want to do it away from the water like this. And this one here, you're standing kind of on the right side. Aim this way. It'll pop that way or it'll pop down. Same thing here. Always want to have your back to the water. So it goes in the opposite direction. Or if you're just standing off to the side like my guy is now, it'll go that way. Good to know. Some awesome Kismet tips for you all. Loving this game. Absolutely love it. We're crushing it. Just destroying it. We'll go check on our water can today. But first we want to go ahead and finish up here on day 2 of summer, year 1. Get it going on. Like that. And of course, these are a whole bunch of resources I'm also collecting for crafting later. I'm going to be using basically a lot of this stuff in crafting, including the wood and all that other stuff. And of course, I'll be making more paths here with my little wood paths in just a bit. The Queen of Saws, exactly. What happens if you get back at 12? You have a tendency to get more. If you get back before 12, you have a tendency to get back more energy. But I like to balance it between how much energy I'm getting back and how much I'm getting out of the previous day, right? If I'm really, really low energy, you most likely want to eat something before you sleep so that your energy is not on exhausted. If it's on exhausted, you'll see a little icon, a little circle icon above the E over there. If it's on exhausted, then you want to eat something before you sleep. Otherwise, you won't get the full regen. Well, good to know. Good to know. Now, we can't clear this other bigger stuff yet, these things, until we upgrade the rest of our tools. We'll get to that. Again, to get this done in your first year is pretty time intensive. But we're getting it done in the second season. In the second day of the second season. Now, I've done this in spring before, but it did distract me a lot from working on my farm and getting lots of cash and then starting my barn and all of that. I found it highly distracting to do it in spring. That's why I work on it in summer. And again, you know, also when we're doing this, we're collecting more seeds and more stuff that gives us more of these field snacks. You can see over there, look, my guy's exhausted. My dude is exhausted. There we go. He's exhausted, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep on going. Keep on going. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. So usually if you do too much, he'll get exhausted over there in a day. But this guy, you gotta go to work. You gotta go to work. Now there is actually a way to get rid of that, by the way. And I'll show you that too. I think we can do that on day 2. We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. Let's first get rid of all these trees. We're almost done. Almost done. Is there a way to grow them big stumps to find more hardwood? Cut all the ones I find so far. There's a way to cut these down eventually when you upgrade your tool. But finding more hardwood is a tricky thing. I have not discovered that yet. When I do, I'll let you know. I'm sure we'll discover it in this playthrough at some point. But this gives you a lot of hardwood, though. I've gotten these before. They give you a real lot of hardwood. Again, I want this grass to grow and grow and grow and consume this whole entire place. These are mostly pine trees down here. One of the problems when you have a lot of the same tree is that you're not getting the maples and you're not getting the other ones that you need to make the field stacks. So that's why we'll need to plant some more in a kind of a really good balance so that we can, of course, cut down those trees to keep going if we need those field snacks, which we'll do here in a bit. We'll find a good balance, a good place to plant all these trees. And there we are again. We're out of stuff. Oh, we forgot to run by the community center. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Again, see, I'm using very heavy amount of food now. Very heavy amount of food, kind of in this second stage, to clear all this. Again, I'm going to need all this wood. I'm going to need all this sap. I'm going to need all this stuff when I get into summer. Hardcore summer here in a minute. Hardcore summer action. Get iron upgrade for your axe. Yep. Yeah, I've been all the way up to the gold so far with my stuff, my tools. And the lowest I've been in the caves right now, I think it's 120. 120 is the lowest I've been. My daughter's one day I was doing it and I was just like on a roll. And I went from, I think it was like level 50 down to level 100. Because I would just do 5 and then I'd do 5 more and 5 more again. And just was lucking out because I kept finding the stairs again and again and again. And just crushed it. And again, I wasn't picking up resources. I was just going down levels and down levels and down levels as quick as possible. Which is what my daughter suggested, and it was a really great idea. Just try to get down as far as you can, as fast as you can, and come back for the resources later. Because you can always come back for those later. All right, plenty of space to grow our grass here. Now, after you cut all these down, by the way, they will magically reappear at some point. 2 more trees to go. Can you believe we got that done on day 2? That's pretty epic. Day 2, to summer. There we go. We got some stuff hiding back there. That's one of the things about the tree. It obscures all this stuff behind there. And I just like them to be clear. Cleared like that. Nice and easy. Bing. And bada boom, bada bang. There we go. All right. That's a done right there. Look at that. Look at all that awesome grass right there. So sweet. So sweetness. All right. Get rid of this. And get rid of this. Oh, I see you. I see you, little wigglers. Boop. There we go. All right. Now what we want to do is we want to create a bit of a fence running down here, which is going to get our little thing going here. So we're going to have to offload some of this stuff. We've got way too much stuff on us. Oh, I got some maple. Oh, inventory full. Story of my life is inventory full. Look at that. We didn't get any maples. See that? Didn't get any maples. So watch out for your maples. They start to get rare after you start cutting down a lot of this. Now, I have 4 maples here, but I don't want to cut those down. It took a long time to grow. It's still got 2 more to grow here, and I've only got 2 of them. And these ones will eventually grow, and all these have grown in the back. But I don't want to use up all my seeds because I need to replant, though I could run around and, you know, collect them and whatnot if I so chose. Get that out of there. Let's see. What are we putting in here? Quartz. Don't need that right now, though we could make another tap thing. You know what, let's do that while we're at it. Let's make another tapper. You want as many of these tappers going as possible. Puppy! Get in my way, puppy. Put it over there. You want as many of those tappers going as possible because they take a really, really long time. So tap as much of that as you can. Tap that! Let's see. Oh, forgot to put this other stuff in there. Put this in there. We're going to run that to Gunther. I'm trying to remember to keep that on me. Let's keep that on me. Do you want to do our geodes yet? Yeah, we'll do those later. Do those later. Those are going to come in handy later. Those geodes. We're going to do a ton of those at once. I usually just save them up and do them much, much later. Look at that sap. 426 sap. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is a crazy ton of sap. All right. We got that done. Let's see. It's 550. And we'll have to wait till tomorrow to get our tool. Hopefully it'll be done. Grass growing here. Didn't really want to do that, but whatever. I just wanted to take out the individual ones. Again, we want this to grow. Now, again, we want to go ahead and build some fence line. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of fence line. Let's go ahead and start with a nice gate. Up here. Like so. I like to put a nice gate right there. And then we're going to go ahead and build some wood fence. Just hold down the right mouse button. Make a ton of those. And then, of course, the fence, it needs to have a post next to it, and then the other side, and now you've got a fence. And then, of course, you can go ahead and right-click it. Open the fence. You can go through there and close it. Now, my thing here is going to be fairly large. And you're like, Kismet, why are you making that so large, bro? Why don't you just make it small? Well, the reason why I'm making it large is I want to have this grass inside where my animals are. And you're like, why do you need that, Kismet? I'll show you. I'll show you. Now, I got to wait for this to fill in, and I got to wait for the other side to fill in. But this side I can do. This side I can do, or if this is not right, I can go ahead and offset this now and then just move it over one if I so choose. But you get the idea, because you can always pick these back up again, especially on the PC. I did find on the on console that what happens is that when it starts to corrode, right? Because what's going to happen, your wood fence will eventually corrode and go away. Is that you can't get the pieces back. Like if it starts to corrode on the PC, you can hit it, you get the piece back, and then you can put it back down. But on console, it doesn't do that. You hit it, and then it's gone. The actual piece itself disappears. Now I'm holding down the left mouse button as I'm walking, and you get the idea, right? You get the idea. I'm going to run it right down here. I'm going to run it right to the edge of the water. Now, I've never tried it down to the water, and I thought, you know what, the next time I do it, I'm going to do it down the water. I wonder if that helps them water-wise. I don't know. I don't know, but I felt like doing it, so I'm doing it this time. There we go. And we're going to give them a huge, huge area. Because we're going to think about future expansion down the road. Now, I'm thinking right along here is perfect. Well, let's say right here. Get over just a little bit. There we go. There we go. And it looks like we're going to need some more. So I don't, I build a little bit. And then I'll do a little bit more. And I'll build a little bit. And then do a little bit more. To get an idea. Now, eventually you can upgrade these fences to be stronger. You can go to stone and other materials like that. So that they'll last longer. You don't have to replace them as much. There you go. Now, one of the things, of course, we're going to need is a exit over here, right? In case we get inside here and we want to cross this way, which I probably won't do. I'll probably just go up and over the top with my thing here, right? Because this is where I'm going to have all my trees and whatnot offset up there. So this whole top part here, you can see that we're kind of clearing a bit of this, like so. It's getting kind of late. Like that. Let's see. Do we still have our paths on us? No. So we'll get our paths going here. There's a reason why I have a little zigzag there. Because I like to have these trees up a little bit. And then I like to have a little bit of a gap so I can see these trees and then see these trees without them being obscured. That's why I like that offset. That's why I don't have any trees right there. And that's I had it where I just bring this straight across before. But I found it's better to offset it up. And I probably could have moved it up even one more. But then, of course, it'll be obstructing this. But I could have probably moved that up even one more. Or I could have moved everything down by 2, right? Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Now, another thing is, can you run right by here, right? So before you put it down, you want to just see, okay, can I run right by there? I can, right? And now you know why that's like that, right? Because it's perfectly straight across and runs right by this building. Like that. Perfect. Perfecto. Right? And that's why it's up by 2. That's why it has that zag. Because, of course, I want to utilize as much of the space as I can. And you'll see why I want to use this grass in a bit. And look how much grass that is, right? That's a lot, bro. That's a lot of grass there. That is a lot. All right, we got that done. Let's see, it's 12:40. Let's go ahead and take a little sleepy. That going on? Nothing in there. That was a very productive day. Yes. Very productive day. Got her done. Been down in the 20s so far. Yet to see any iron nodes. Uh-oh. There we go. Level 4 mining plus pickaxe. New crafting recipe. I can transmute copper into silver. So pretty awesome, right? So if you have a ton of copper, you can transmute it into silver. And then, of course, use those silver things to do stuff. Now, this is great for my kids who are not as kind of coordinated, especially if you're playing on console with the sword and all that stuff, and you can't get real low level in the mines. So you can just keep doing the lower levels, grab a bunch of copper, and then to transmute it. So very, very cool function for those peeps who have trouble. Oh, level 6 foraging here. New crafting recipe, the lightning rod. There's some wild seeds and totem beach, which I've never used. There we go. Did you play Rise of Nation, Kismet? I have not played Rise of Nation. There was an earthquake during the night. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened. The Queen of Sauce. Oh, we already know how to do coleslaw. All right, another beautiful day. Kismet, this is embarrassing. I lost my lucky purple shorts. I have never found this quest. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Me and my kids have been trying to get this quest done, and we have not found it yet, which is pretty funny. I'm telling you because I think I could trust you. If you find them, bring them back to me discreetly. I'll pay well. I accept that quest to find his purple shorts. I've yet to find his purple shorts, but I will keep looking. Now, oh, I forgot. Again, day 25 is when we forgot, right? To keep checking the little cave over here. So let's go to the cave and see what it's got. Oh, looky, looky. Now, they'll keep building up, by the way. They'll keep building up in here. All these fruits will keep building up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all of those. Those are nice. And again, I'm going to wait for that to finish before I put the top thing in here. Oh, we actually have one right there. Doesn't need to be there. There we go. And I'll put the rest of that in there when she's done making this. And then we're going to put a coop down as well. And then we'll finish that all out. All right, so this is all done. Hey, what is this stuff? In my path. Broke my path. Earthquakes break your stuff, by the way. Heads up. All right, so it's time for a little jog, which we're not going to do too much, but a little bit, because we want to get all the foraging items right here. And plus, we need to go over to the guy and get our watering can now, and it's only 7:30, so it's not open. So this is a great thing to do early morning when stuff's not open, is just to run around, what I call just getting in the morning jog. So I'll run around the entire thing. Now, you notice I've got mine turned up so you can see a lot of area. I've got it very zoomed out. It's 1920 by 1080. I got it kind of so you can see the whole entire land at once. Oh, there's that thing we're looking for, spice berry. And you can see everything. And I'm going to come back and, of course, cut down a lot of these trees down to stumps. But we'll do that later. Much, much later. Again, here's some maples here. You can right-click on, try to get some seeds. Notice there's nothing down here. There's no more onions. So, look at acorn. But you can come down here and you can click on all these trees if you run out of seeds. Or you can cut them down. But you just try to get yourself some extra seeds while you're down here. Also, look for anything that you might be looking for. I think I already did the quest that was over here very early. Early game. There's some stuff that's right over there. And there we go. So there's not really much to run down here and get. No real reason to run down here in summer, I find. There is some stuff at the bottom there, but we're not to that stage yet. Now, another thing you can do is just go around clearing all this stuff. So it has an ability to have a higher chance of dropping or growing stuff, right? So this is not blocking the ability to grow. Also, you get random seeds. Real easy to do. Doesn't take up any of your energy, by the way. Takes up no energy to run around and just clear the basic stuff. And, of course, you get some mixed seeds as well, which we'll plant a bunch of those. And there we go. Cleared a little bit of that. More foraging. Come back to this later. One of my favorite games, Tropico 2. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tropico. Really great. Oh, got a field snack. Dudes in our way. If dudes are in my way, I'll just skip that trash can. I'll just skip it and go to another one. I might remember to come back later. Maybe not. She's pretty close right there, right? See where she's going. That's about distance. See where this kid is? That's about where you want them to be. There we go. Dog. The D-O-G. Alright, anything down here? Alright, we got some new stuff. Oh, inventory full. It happens, everybody. It happens. We'll come back. We'll come back or not. I forget. Alright, now I've got some stuff here to drop off. This dwarf scroll. We'll drop that off, otherwise we won't be able to get our watering can. Let's go up here and do this. Donate. This. There we go. Now we've got a space out of there. Well, let's get our watering can first. All right, so we're back. We're behind a couple days. Now we got our copper watering can. Now another thing to do right now, if you had the ability to, is go to the steel watering can if you have enough cash. But I would suggest against it. I would suggest to not upgrade the copper hoe or upgrade anything else until you get into the next season and you have enough cash. Because you need cash, in this case, for animals. And I need cash, of course, for seeds as well. And, of course, I can't turn those seeds over for 4 days. So we're going to go ahead and just start with some basic seeds, turn that over, make some cash, and go from there. But this watering can is going to make this 1,000 times easier. Wait till you see how much easier it's going to be with this new watering can. It is pretty epic. It actually found it by mistake in like playthrough 20, right? None of us knew it. Me and my kids did not notice it, didn't know you could do it, and I did it by accident, and it is phenomenal when you discover that. Now, some of this other stuff I have on me right here is so I can drop it off here in the Pelican Town thingy. So first we're going to start with our foraging over here. Right over here. And we are in summer. Notice how it moves a little bit, right? It's telling you that... Again, notice how it wasn't in order. It's out of order. Let's see. All right, we got rewards. What are we going to get? Oh, look at that. Summer seeds. But look at this. Completely full. Now, out of all of these things, what would I throw away? I don't know. It's kind of tough. I mean, I could get rid of the salmon berries, and they're not worth that much. But I would get rid of the mixed seeds is what I'd get rid of. Right? But watch this. If you're on PC, just drop it on the ground. Now it's going to sit there on the ground right where I am. Oh, and it's also going to open up the next thing. So now we open up the bulletin board. There we go. Now it's on the ground there. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and deal with that in a second. Let's see. We did fall. No, we already did. We did this one. We did that one. What else have we got? Maple syrup and stuff. We did spiceberry. We got to put these ones in there. All right. I believe this one's in the bulletin board. Let's go check the bulletin board. Over here. We go to the chef bundle. There it is, maple syrup. Again, this one here is 6 items, and you have to do 6 items down here. So take maple syrup, put that in there. Now we've got inventory space free. And guess what we can do? Run back. Now, of course, this is much easier on PC. I've not figured out how to drop stuff on the ground on console, though I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's possible, but there we go. See, now I go back and I got my mixed seeds. So I don't waste them. I just throw it on the ground, do something else, come back, grab it. Easy. Easy, easy. All right, so we got that in the chef's bundle. Let's see what else we got in here. We got the dye bundle, so we can go ahead and put stuff in here. Oh, remember that sea urchin we found? Oh, now we know we can bring that in later, right? We'll bring that back. Should have probably grabbed it. All right, we got field research. We got a whole bunch of stuff here, mushrooms and frozen geodes and whatnot. The enchanter's thing here. Oh, look at this oak resin. There we go. We got some wine, some rabbit's foot, pomegranate stuff we can do here. We got some fodder stuff here. Do we get any fruits that we can use? Hold on. We got a wild plum there, right? We got hay, wheat. Let's see if there's a wild plum somewhere. I can't remember. I could look it up in my chart I made. Now, I went through here and I wrote down every single one of these. I did not look it up on Wiki or nothing like that. I went through and I wrote it all down. Old school. I did have it go 5 more depth like SimCity 2000. Well, there you go. There you go. Adventurers Bundle. All right. Nothing in there that we have yet. We're going to get to that in a bit. Geologist we already did. And we need a gold bar. All right. All righty. That's good for that now. I could have sworn there was a pine tar one. But that's okay. We'll come back. There's no real super rush. If you're not going to actually finish, you know what I mean? If you're not going to finish that particular one, there's no real rush to... Who's hiding back there? There's no real rush to finish that. I'm going to talk to these peeps because I don't remember if I talked to them in this playthrough. Just to kind of unlock them. Now, I still have the same quest from the very beginning. And I have all these people still... All these people still to talk to. I'm so antisocial at the beginning. Well, actually, there's a lady right there. Let's go talk to the lady. We can talk to the lady while we're at it. There's a lot of great storyline, by the way. I'm sorry if I'm skipping that over a little bit. I don't want to ruin too much of the fun storyline of talking to the people and whatnot. I suggest you get in there and you try it out. It's a lot of fun. I love reading all the storyline. I've read all that before. Here on, I think I read some of that on the stream, and then I've read it also off stream. All right, we're back. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot. Go, 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 go. Almost forgot. That was close. That was closer, Rooney. Now, we got till 5. We want to run over here and we want to grab the thing, except for this one little problem. Troll! It's closed on Wednesday, so even if we wanted to do farming here on day 3, it's a Wednesday, so you can't do it here. Now, I could run up to the other place and buy the seeds over there. They're more expensive, and I refuse to buy stuff from over there. I refuse to buy stuff from over there because I support the little guy. Support the little farmer, right? The little farmer's store. All right. And then, of course, we're back here. Now, we actually do have some seeds, right? Where we put them? Right here. We do have 30 summer seeds, so we can get those going. Now, again, I'm going to go ahead and work off my guy right here, and I'll show you a little trick. Let's go ahead, take him out. Take this campfire out. Or, oh, we're out of space. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a way of counting in the game that makes it so much easier, right? Let's see, what else can we put in here? Let's put all this stuff up in here while we're thinking about it. All right, keep the plum. Get rid of this. Spice berries. You know what? We'll just sow. Keep that. Keep the plums. Keep those salmon berries. All right. I'll put this back for now. All this other stuff back. Keep that. Seeds. Actually, I'm going to pull those seeds out and pull this out. Actually, let's just use some speed grow. Oops. Speed grow. Now, we've got some stuff that we got as drops. There we go. We'll put our water in there. Now, I'm just kind of rearranging it so I can see them in the bar. But we got stuff as drops or from quests that we're just going to kind of burn up right away. Then we're going to need our wood pass. All right. So we've got our wood pass over here. The person making that noise, by the way, is the lady over there. We've got our wood pass, and we can just go ahead. Why is it not working? All right, not working. There we go. Okay. There we go. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and count them out. They're at 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make this the edge of my path right there, right? So my path's going to walk right by the water. Then I've got 8 left. Now I'm actually going to move it this way and go off this path, but I'm going to inset it by 1. And then I'm going to go, basically I can go down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 3. Get in there. Oh, it's, you got to take this back out. There we go. Use your thing to take that back out. There we go. So this is going to be 8, right? So if I put my scarecrow right here, that's going to be 8 out. And then, of course, we want to go 8 up, right? So we want to do the same thing. And we want to grab, we've got 2 here. Already got wood of me? Already got wood of me. We've got 2 here. And then we want to go ahead and make 6 more because we have 2 already. And then we want to go ahead and measure down by 8. Now, of course, we've already got the path here, so we want to go ahead and just... It just does the measuring for you, right? So this will be 8. Then your thing will go here. Then you move down right there. Right there is the optimum spot for this whole entire area for my thing. Now, one of the problems, of course, is I've got this right here blocking. Because I'm not really going to create that big of a farm. But I do want to have an optimum spot where I can put my scarecrow, so I don't have to make 5 scarecrows. Those scarecrows are pretty easy, pretty low resources to make. Now I'm going to take these back up again. All right, and that's going to give me 8 of them. Now let's go ahead and see if we started over here. We did 3 by 3 by 3, right? Here. How would we do? Now, a great way to do it also without doing it that way is to, and I like to leave a row. So I'm going to go ahead and go over by 1 row. And I'm going to do this. Right? Just make little circles of how you want your thing to be. Go down 1 more. Again, 3 by 3. Notice the double, because this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit. Notice how perfectly it fits in there, right? So there's that one. And then, of course, we'll do the same thing here. And you're like, Kismet, this is all going to go away. You're not going to have enough seeds and stuff. That doesn't matter. I'm just measuring right now. I'm measuring the stuff. All right, so there we go. And then we're going to go ahead and do 1 more. There we go. That's 3, 6, 9. So that's 9 from the side, right? And of course, if you put your scarecrow right there, or anywhere right here, it'll reach all the way to the side. It'll block crows from there, and of course 9 in this direction. But of course, you don't want to put it up that high. You want to get the most out of it, right? So you want to go in the down direction. So we're going to do the same thing. Like so. And I'm going to take out some of this other stuff here, so it's not confusing us. Oh, actually, I screwed that up. Screwed that up a little bit. All right. There we go. So now, oh no, I didn't. I messed it up by the fact that I standing in the wrong spot. There we go. This here, then down here. There we go. Again, so you wanted to make sure that it lines up. That was a dead giveaway that I messed that up because it didn't line up. And then these ones, we can keep these because these are just going to be the same thing. There we go. See? Like that. You can use that as a visual clue that if you messed it up. And then watch how perfectly this is now going to just keep on going. Take this out. So again, now this is 9 down this way. Right? 9 this way, 9 that way. This corner right here is the optimum spot. Right? The optimum spot for you to put stuff down. Now, one of the most annoying things is the fact that that scarecrow blocks your actual food and whatnot. But eventually, we're not going to have to worry about that. We're not going to have to worry about it. So the most optimum spot is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Now, if you're having a problem with crows, here's what you do. You go ahead and just put some more down because they're not that expensive. So really, the optimum spot right there. You're like, well, Kismet, you can't put anything down there. You can put stuff down behind there, but you can't put stuff right there. Also, these parts right here, I can fill those in, but I'm not going to for the rest of my playthrough, and I'll show you why eventually. And then same thing, right? Keep it going. Right here. Right? And then same thing down here. Again, we're just measuring at this point. 12 o'clock at night. Now, this is actually one row too far, because this is 9, and it basically goes 8. But I can just put another one down here, and I can continue to extend my farm as far down as I want to go, and then as far to the side as I want to go. So let's go ahead and see how far to the side we can go. And we got plenty of time. Oops, we got to be over by this one. There we go. Yeah, we got plenty of energy, so we don't want to waste our energy by going to sleep too early. And again, we're doing just measuring it out. Oops. There we go. And there we go, perfectly measured. All right, time for sleeping. We don't want to waste 1,000 gold. And I always check this again, even though I've probably already gotten it. Yeah, coleslaw. I always check it again. 150, 140, boom. I have to go of 5 or more depth like SimCity 2000. Exactly. SimCity 2000, amazing game. 386. Like, you're not making any money. That's okay. We'll be making crazy bank money soon. Be making that big banko money. All right, living off the land. Let's see what this one is. Here's a rundown of the fish you can find in summer. It's going to tell you a whole bunch of different fishes and where to find them. I've already written that down. We're going to keep on going. All right. Now, you can see that some of my thing went away, right? Some of my thing went away there. No big deal. Let's go ahead and take this out. Like so. There we go. Now, what you can do also is put a road down the middle and offset and all that stuff. But this is kind of the optimum thing I like to do. Now, another thing you can do is go in and take this campfire. Take this one out and put the campfire. Oh, it's going to let me. There we go. Put the campfire right behind him and then click on it. You can just barely see the fire. And then you're not obscured, and then also it's going to light up this whole entire area. Really, really great way of doing that. All right, barn's done. Yeah, I just heard it get done. Awesome. So we now got our barn. And we want to see where the edge of the barn is by running around the outside. It's right there. And now we're ready to do some more stuff. We're going to have some more fun with that in just a moment. Now, we want to make sure that we, just in case, we'll go ahead and just cut this back just a little bit. Just in case. Like that. Very nice. And then we're going to go talk to the lady. Talking to the lady. Yeah, I'm, as you can see, I'm not in as much of a hurry as I was in spring, right? I got lots of cash. And a lot of kind of switching gears into something different. There we go. All right. And let's put this up here. Again, you can go as fast or as slow as you want in this game. There's no real time limit. I mean, you can go year after year after year to build up your farm. All right, we got all that done. We need our 300. We already got 300. Let's get our stone. We got our cash. We're ready to rock. We're ready to rock. Oh. 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 Hold on. Let me run back and get those. Oh, and I see a seed there, too. Anytime I see a seed, I immediately knock it out of there. Oh, I see some wigglers there, too. Them wigglers. Again, you want to come back here and check this from time to time. I don't like stuff to grow back behind there. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. And what are we doing here? We're putting this over here. Putting that over there with all this other stuff. I think we're good. We're going to come back with all that other stuff. That belongs in there with the rest of that clay. I'm going to use that for crafting later. All the stuff's looking good. We're going to come back to this in a bit. We need to get our next thing going. Let's go. Let's go. Again, trees cut down. Nice and easy to see the stuff. Nothing hiding up there. Sometimes there's stuff to the left there. I rarely ever run over there because it just takes so long to run there. Rarely run over there. Now it's a Thursday. We should have started on day one. But, I've got the cash now. And I'm absolutely going to crush this playthrough. I know if I'm at this point, I'm just going to destroy this playthrough. Unless something horribly goes off the rails. But now we're going to have some fun doing a different aspect of the game. And I could go a whole nother season and then do animals later. But I like to get into it right away as I can. All right, construct farmer. Now we got our co-op. It's only going to be 4,000 gold. And we still got 12,000. We got a lot for seeds. And we got wood and we got stone. We're going to build. And again, notice that's why I didn't put the fence down or anything like that. So I can kind of line this up perfectly. Now, oh, look at that. There's a hole in the way. There's a hole right there in the way. It happens. It happens. Now, the cool thing is once I put it down and I build it, I can actually move it later if I want to fix that kind of hole there. But such is the way it goes. Now, when I see something like that, I just go, uh-oh, I'm going to go fix it right now. Right? I'm going to go fix it right now while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. And I'll pick up a bunch of grapes, which we can use for something else here eventually. Oops. There we go. Oh, some wigglers. Get those little wigglers. Go check on our cave. Nothing. And on our road. All right, let's go fix that right now. There we go. And I don't have the thing on me. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get our fence some more. We've got plenty of wood there. Let's go ahead and let's get our seeds while we're thinking about it. Now, again, there's certain quests, right, that need certain types of stuff that you're going to farm. So you want to keep that in mind. I would check the quest first. Now, I've already written it all down over here of what I need for the next season for summer. So I know exactly which seeds to buy. And I like to buy a little bit of everything usually. But I know exactly which ones to buy. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this other stuff that we just foraged. Just to get some more cash. And you see now I'm back up to about 9,000. I'm going to go heavy, heavy seeds now. Now, what do I need for the foraging? Well, we already got all the stuff for the foraging, right? We already got all of that. Now, what do we need for the summer crops? Well, we need tomatoes, hot peppers, blueberries, and melons, which are very, very lucrative when it comes to cash money. So we're going to go start with the first thing we need. We need tomatoes. Now, I usually start... Now, we don't need gold tomatoes. We just need the regular tomato. We just need one tomato and turn it in. So we don't have to spend a lot of money on that, right? We'll just right-click it and let's say do 9 seeds of those. There's a Kauai. Kauai snack. Oh, Kauai is one of my favorite places in the world. Actually, is my favorite place in the world. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, welcome. We're having some fun playing some Stardew Valley. Giving tons of my awesome tips here. Now we're going to need pepper seeds. Same thing, but this time I'm actually going to go with 8 of them. And I'll show you why I'm doing 8 as well. Normally in the beginning, I'll do 9, and then eventually I'll start doing 8. And I'll show you why in a bit. And then let's see, blueberries. So we need 8 of those as well. Right there. And then, of course, melons. Oh, no! I want to play some more. I want to play some more. Running out of time. Running out of time. All right. And we got our melons. Now, also, we've got wheat here. We've also got radishes, poppy seeds, spangle seeds, which is like a tropical flower. And we've also got some hops and corn. So tons of other stuff that we can do. Now, if you remember from the quest that we saw earlier, that we can do melons and corn. Now corn is one of those ones that does summer and fall. So we want to get our corn going pretty easily, right? It takes 14 days to mature, and then it just keeps going the whole time. So, of course, we want to have a nice cornfield. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go with 16 of those. There we go. And then with hops over here, these are really, really annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 8 of those right there. And you see we've got a bunch of plants. And, of course, we still have our 30 summer seeds, our random seeds that we're going to put down. We've also got some sunflower seeds. Look at those. Those are 200 each. Now, this is why I've saved so much cash, is because once I start this going and I get to the end of this, basically I'm going to be making 50,000 gold, 100,000 gold, depending on how hard I work through the summer, instead of just 20,000 gold or 40,000 total, because I've bought a bunch of upgrades and whatnot. But I ended up with 20,000 gold at the end of the first season, right? That's a lot. That's a lot to have at the very beginning. But by this season, if I work hard at it, I could have twice as much, 3 times as much, 4 times as much, easily, because I've saved some of the funds from previous season to use in this season, right? That's the thing. Now, we don't want to be spending our whole entire time just farming, right? Because we want to get into our animals now. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to start working on the ability for it to automatically take care of our farm for us. We've got grass starters as well in here. We got wheat, flour, rice, and other fun stuff that we can buy for cooking and also for eating. We can also buy fertilizer in here now and a whole bunch of other stuff, wallpapers and different things. Now, if you get to summer and somehow you've forgotten your parsnips or daffodils or whatever that you wanted to, of course, turn in for your quest, you can also come in here, and sometimes he's got some random stuff you can buy and then use them for your quest and turn them in. Even if they're gold, they're worth turning it in to get your quest done, even if it's 525 because you didn't get your cauliflower done in time. So there you go. So it's good to come back and you can grab it right away if you're into summer and you missed all your spring plants. But we got all of ours done. So we have tons and tons of plants to do. And we're going to have quite a good size thing. Now, also what we want to do when we get over here is work a bit on our sprinkler system. So we're going to start setting up a sprinkler system. It's going to be pretty fun. There we go. What up, kids? What's up, Jeff? Doing a lot of Stardew Valley. Darn, that time for something that doesn't exist, it sure gets in the way a lot. I know, huh? The IRL, right? Time for that IRL. All right, so one of the things that we want to work on now is our sprinklers. Now, it's actually fairly easy to do sprinklers, and of course, they're going to take care of a lot of stuff for you, especially if you're doing something that's a real high-end crop, like melons. You want to go ahead and let that run for a really, really long time, and you want to kind of make it maintenance-free, so you don't have to fool around with it all the time. Let me close that down so it's not shining so much in my face. There we go. So you want to just make it automated. Now, this one says it's going to waters the 4 adjacent tiles, right? Now, at where I'm at right now, this is probably the better option because I can get these resources because I haven't got far enough down in the caves to do this one, which is going to be gold bars. Now, I have enough money to go over there and just buy the gold and make gold bars and do this. But, I don't know, it feels like shortcutting to me. I like to go and I like to earn it. That's the way I am. So we're going to do a little bit of these sprinklers here. And right now, we don't have enough iron bars. So we need to really get into doing that. Now, if you're going to use those, you need to be thinking ahead. Okay, I'm going to be using these eventually. So you need to kind of think of that in advance, right? So first, we're going to go ahead and start by doing the one closest, as I always like to do. Doing the ones closest to the water. I always do it the closest to the water because obviously those are the easiest to water, right? So what you're going to do is you put your sprinkler in the center, and it's going to water this one, this one, this one, and that one. So it's going to water 4 in the north, south, east, west direction. As you get the higher end ones, they'll actually water the entire area around there. And that's why you leave the middle one, because you want to, of course, be able to put your sprinkler down in the middle. And that's the whole point of that. And then eventually, your whole entire farm will just run itself. It'll just water itself automatically. Definitely worth the time. It is actually a really amazing moment when your whole entire farm is just automatically running. Because you've been going in, shush puppy. You've been going in and, of course, manually watering stuff over and over again. Now, I'm going to show you something cool about the watering here in a second. What, puppy? What? You're so needy. Hold on. I'll come up there and I'll pet you. There you go, puppy. All right. So what we want to do is go ahead and start again. I like to start and just try to section this out now that I've cleared all of those stuff out of my way. So let's start here in this corner. And we're going to go ahead and start with just some random seeds, like so. Right there. Now, here's something really cool. When you upgrade your water can, you hold down the left mouse button. It'll start to shake like this. You notice it says it's got 3 squares that are green. You let go. Boom. It just watered all 3 of those squares. That's why I upgrade the water can first. There we go. Now, it watered the middle one, but there's nothing really there. Another thing I didn't do, these are just random seeds. I'm just showing you this. Kind of wasted my seeds, but there you go. Is that the fact that you can just go ahead and put one in there and then just kind of water all the way across. Why do I water again? Notice the middle one? Now watered, right? So I watered all the way across. And those are my kind of random seeds. Now, normally, I would put down fertilizer. I would not just throw them down because that's like the first day, first 5-10 days that you just throw them randomly on the ground. Now, these are random seeds. Those are okay. No big deal. That's just a test so you can see. Now, another thing we can use, of course, is this quick grow stuff. Now, I would use that on something that is going to be going temporarily, like in 4 days, it's going to come up and then be done, right? Like a great example, if we roll over these, how long does it take to mature? This one's 12 days, 13 days, 5 days, and 11 days. Now, peppers here, they take 5 days to mature, and then they keep going, which I don't want that to do it. 11 days here, right? This is wild seed, so we don't really know what that is. So right now, we need to go, wait a minute. We don't have any short-term seeds, so 4-day seeds, right? So let's go back before it closes, and let's see if we can find some 4-day easy seeds. Sure I didn't get them? No, I didn't. Let's get some easy stuff to turn over. Now, each season has something that's easy to turn over, like parsnips in the first season, right? In the spring. Now, in summer, and of course, you actually use a lot of it eventually. In summer, the easy to flip over seeds is the wheat seeds, right? It's 10, doesn't cost very much. It takes 4 days to turn over, and you're good, right? And we've got 20 here. So I'm going to go ahead and get 20. There we go. 20 of those. Plenty of money left. In fact, you know what? Let's go hardcore. Ready? Let's get hardcore. Let's go about 100 plus. Now, I left some money for a reason. We're going to go find out that reason right now. Or, well, actually, I think we went past the time. We'll try. I think it's past the time. Waited just a little too long. That's okay. We're waiting for our other one anyway. So basically, you need something that's also short-term that you can turn over. Oh, she's gone. She gone. She leaves it usually at 4. What is this, Thursday? Thursday, yeah. She usually leave at 4, so I missed her there. But, oh, that's okay. We'll get her tomorrow. We'll get it tomorrow. So as you can see, I'm at a much slower pace now. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got some respawn as well. Get rid of some of that stuff eventually. See that respawn. But you need that kind of short-term stuff. Now, I'm not a big fan of the speed grow. What it says is that it stimulates leaf production guaranteed to increase the growth rate by at least 10%. Now, you can only put one thing down or another. I would rather have higher quality resource or higher quality plants than to have faster plants, right? It's 10% faster. So say it takes 10 days, it's going to take 9 days, right? I don't think that's really great for the value of how much it takes to make this speed grow and all of that, right? You got to do pine tar and clams, right? I think it's more valuable to sell the clams and pine tar than it would get the yield out of that, personally. That's the way I look at it. But we're going to use it just for funsies right over here. And this we're going to go ahead and just close up because we're going to just fool around on this side over here. Then we'll go ahead and put down this speed grow. You can barely see it, by the way. So make sure that you're really getting all of that. There we go. And we'll put some down over here, too. There we go. Now we're going to get our kind of stuff that goes really, really fast. Yeah, it only takes 4 days. And we'll put that down. Again, once you've upgraded your water tool, this is going to be so much easier. Watch this. Ready? Watch how fast it is to water. Oh, unless you screw up. So the game does go way faster. You can see I just water that whole thing manually. Rocking, right? Rocking. And of course, you can still just single click if you want, or hold down the mouse button and just kind of go around as well. But it makes it go way, way faster. And that's why I upgrade that water can right at the very beginning of that first cycle. Now, you could just wait, by the way. In the beginning, you could just go and work on getting copper and going and mining and then getting your water can up kind of midway through spring if you want. It's really up to you how you want to play. But this is how I like to play. And there we go. So we've got those seeds down. It's not my favorite way to do seeds. Not my favorite way to do seeds. So we're going to do it a different way. We're going to go ahead and get our sap here. And we're going to go ahead and just put some of this stuff back in here. So it's kind of out of our way. Let's see. We don't need any of this stuff right now. Put that back and put this back. Let's just go ahead and offload a ton of this stuff right here. We'll bring our hops back. What I'm doing is I'm just getting him to go. I'm already in here, so I'm just getting him to go along that side. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazy up in the air. Ready? Still going. Still going. You're like, Kismet, never going to use that much. Oh, yeah. I like the fertilizer. Now, there is actually another level of the fertilizer that you can use when you're using like fish with the fertilizer. But I find the basic fertilizer is going to make me tons of cash. I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just do some basic stuff down here. Now, one of the things that I did talk about is the stuff like this, the hops. The hops are very, very annoying because they will block you when you're walking by. So keep that in mind when you're putting them down, that they're not blocking your ability to walk by, right? And I usually put those up toward the top because they also block visually what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to those. And we're going to put those right here at the top. Of course, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put some nice fertilizer in there. Like so. Thank you, evaluation. Yeah, I'm close as I can get. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, welcome. Or in this case, the Farming Time Coop. So I'm just going to go ahead and seed that top part there. I'm going to go ahead and then just run these all along the top here. See how they're blocking? And I like to leave a gap. So I'm going to go, normally I would go 3 and 3 and 3, but I'm going to leave a gap right here like that. And then I'll plant something right here that I can walk by, right? Because it creates like a fence. It's like blocking you from getting by. So very important to put those up to the top along that edge so it's not blocking you. All right, now we're going to do corn here. It takes 14 days to mature. We've got wheat seeds. We've got blueberries, which is going to also do kind of basically the same thing, right? Going to do the basically the same thing. It's going to block us up there. So again, more fertilizer. We'll go ahead and leave a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go ahead and go to those blueberries. Put those down. Notice the difference. Notice the blueberries are not blocking yet, right? Wait and see what happens. And then again, whoop, and single click, and then click and hold. Get 3 at once. Single click. Now, if I had a whole bunch of the automatic sprinklers, I would actually put these in the 4 spots, right? Or if I had the ones that do 8, I would do the 8 spots. Now, of course, you get one later that does 24. That's a lot of farming at once. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just put them up there so they're kind of out of my way and not irritating me when I'm trying to farm stuff. And then, of course, the other stuff, of course, we have plenty of wheat, plenty of stuff like that. We got plenty of time during the summer. I'm in no hurry. This is going to make us an absolute fortune. We're going to make an absolute fortune just from the seeds I have right now. We've already spent a lot on it, too. We spent about 10 grand on it. So we want to make 50 grand by the end, right? Just on the seeds that we've done. And, of course, we'll reinvest as we go. So, again, wheat seeds here. And, let's get out of there. There we go. Let's get in here. The corn seeds. You plant these in the summer, takes 14 days to mature, and continues to produce after harvest. Now, same thing with the corn seeds, right? Corn seeds are going to be very visually tough, and they're going to block your vision, right? Now, of course, if I made this really wide, I could have just run them all the way across the top, which would make it really easy. But I like to have this stuff and this stuff kind of right next to each other, and then eventually I'll expand it out. But, so now we got the problem with the corn seeds. What are we going to do? Right? Well, I like to put the corn seeds kind of down in their own little thing here. And then kind of like down in a row, right? Oh, I made a mistake there. Made a mistake. You know what? I'm going to take that out. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. What I did was supposed to put fertilizer down first. I made a mistake. Now, if you make a mistake in life, you know what you do? Roll on, bro. Roll on. You know it's going to cost me some money. I just wasted like 200 gold. But whatever. I would rather not wait around and waste my time growing it if I don't need to. All right, so I ran it down that way. So you can also run it vertically. Now, this is going to make it tough for me to get to this, but that's okay. I can always run across the top. There we go. Now, you notice down here I can't see diddly squat because it's nighttime. It's 12 o'clock. We got to go in there and we got to do some stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get our other campfire. And we got plenty of time. We'll be fine. And we'll move our campfire, and we'll just kind of stick it right there. We'll turn it on. Now we can see. Right? Now we can see. And we're just literally going to make a whole row of corn there, like so. And, of course, you know, before it gets too late, if you're putting seeds down, make sure that you're blasting your seeds here, right? Oh, come on. There we go. Make sure that you're blasting your seeds and that you're actually going in and putting that down. Now, of course, we'll put some wheat here because otherwise it won't grow the next day. And I have a ton of seeds, and it would have been nice to get it all done in one day. You know what? Let's just come back to it tomorrow. No rush. No rush, right? Let's just do it tomorrow. Let's check our TV. There we go. Different fishes. We already saw that one. Let's just go ahead and go to bed a little bit early. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Again, wake up in the morning. Check that TV. Nothing to see in there. Out here we go. Now, we've already got our stuff starting to grow. Look at that. Already starting to grow right away. And of course, we got our speed grow stuff going over here and over here. So it's going to go pretty fast. We've got our kind of random stuff there. And we've got all of our seeds here. Now, we don't have any automatic things yet, right? So it's going to make it difficult for us to get it going on. Right? Now, right here, I've got these ones, and I'm going to go ahead and eventually do those right there. Let's see. And then, of course, pepper seeds. We need to get those going. So let's go ahead and do our peppers. We're going to do our peppers right across here. We're not going to bother to do anything in between there. All right? We got plenty of room to do lots and lots of stuff. So let's get our peppers going right here. Oh, we need to put our fertilizer first. Again, I don't like to put stuff down unless it's actually fertilized. Again, you don't have to be strictly to this grid that I'm doing. You can kind of strike out on your own and do a whole different grid style, which is what I'm doing this time. And again, eventually we'll come back and have this all automated. And then the same thing here. We'll go and just use what we've already done, right? Just to kind of, it helps us count where everything should be. Yeah, see, that's wrong. That wrong. There we go. There we go. And again, if you mess up, there you go. There you go. So basically, eventually I'm going to have it where these will all be auto watering. So we'll have this here, and then of course we want to do another gap. So then you're like, oh well, wait a minute, hold on. I actually want to create a gap here and here, and only fertilize the place where you want to put it. Makes it easier to visualize right there. And again, the reason why I'm leaving the gap is because it takes up 2 spaces when it grows. And then you won't be able to see what's going on behind it. Though you can grow behind it. I've done it many times. It just visually makes it tougher. Now this stuff is going to just keep growing all the time. It'll keep growing the entire time. All of this will just keep growing the entire summer. And some of it will grow into fall. So we're going to just let that run. And that'll be our kind of big stuff over there. Now another thing we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and go wild over here. On the rest of this, come on, mouse is going crazy. On the rest of this, we're just going to fill that whole row in, and then we're just going to go wild with fertilizer. Now, if you do this right, this fertilizer will last the entire season. It'll last all summer long. If you do it right, if you keep it going. It'll basically keep producing the higher quality stuff, which is pretty nice, especially early on. All right, we're going to use these random seeds now, and we're just going to random seed all of this. Try to fill those in. And again, normally I don't water at the beginning, but we're kind of putting all our fields together right now. There we go. We're going to go ahead and do another thing of fertilizer. We've got the thing behind there, so it's not blocking. So we don't put anything down there. And now we're going to do our random seeds. Where do our random seeds go? Summer seeds, this one. There we go. Random seeds. And we're done. And we're done. Okay. Now, the other thing here, blueberry seeds. They take 13 days to mature, but continue to produce after the first harvest. So, 13 days from now, which is day 19, we're going to get 9 days of continual blueberry seeds, right? But it's not going to be every single day, but we're going to get, some yield from those blueberry seeds. So we really need to do that on day 1 so that, we're not on day 5. And then, of course, it's going to be real close if we get enough blueberries to actually turn them in for the quest. Very important. Same thing with the melons. Now, we're going to go hardcore on the melons here eventually. But right now, we're just doing some basic stuff over here. So we got all this stuff going. We've got our corn seeds, which we probably want to do another row of corn on this side. So let's do that. There we go. And now what that's going to allow me to do is just run in between the corn and keep it watered as well. There we go. All the corn in the same spot. Or what I can do is just go to this side. Even though I'm kind of wasting the water in the middle one, it just makes it super, super easy to water once you got your upgraded can. we go. Now, since I'm going to water that anyway, I just did. I'm going to go ahead and put down some blueberry seeds as well. Right there. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll go ahead and just water this, but we're going to go ahead and water it down. Bam. There we go. Blueberry seeds. Now, up here, we've got some space as well. I'm just going to go ahead and pop some blueberry seeds right there. And then we're ready to water, right? Now, again, that's why I leave this kind of side edge. Usually seems to work out just fine. Like this. It also makes it where I don't have to run through the middle of my plants, which makes me run faster. Makes it a lot easier as well. Hey, hey, what's up? Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. As you can see, very, very focused on summertime planting here. I get my guy to behave. There we go. Look how much easier that is, right? That's just epic. That's just epically easier to do that. And then, of course, you can walk through, get these, and walk your way down. Now, later on, you can do even more of these if you upgrade your water can. It goes up to 6, and then it does all the ones around you, which is pretty awesome. Now, I like to automate the process, obviously. We're going to get to that in a minute. I'm not sure if we're going to run out of time. We probably will. And again, this way. Oh, need some water. Happens to be right here. There we go. Do upwards as well. There we go. Single one here. Turn to the left. Bada bing. Alright, see I can't get between those. This blocks me, so that's why I have them at the top. Oops. At the top. Now this right here is a little bit harder. You could actually do this at 6 and 6 would be good. But I'm just going to do them at 4. Like so. And again, I'm just doing it so you can visualize in your head. See that? You just visualize in your head how much easier it is to use that watering can and get it going on. So there we go. Oh, we need a little bit more down here. We're nearly exhausted. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, again, usually you want to get all your stuff going day 1 of summer and get it going. We were running just a little bit behind, but that's the way it goes. Let's get our field snacks in there. Let's go ahead and use our salmon berries first. Let's get her going. Who's the best Stardew husband and wife? No idea. I am so bad at doing the social part because I haven't really got to that part yet. I keep replaying the beginning to get the tactics down, and now that I have them down, I'm just absolutely crushing it. I'm on day 5 of the first year. I'm in day 5 of spring, or in summer. We just went through spring, and I've already made 41,000 gold. Now, I could have made way more. I could have made 100,000 if I wanted to work harder at it. But I'm finding a good balance between foraging and farming and now animals and going and collecting and doing a little bit of social stuff and finding that really good balance so you have that really awesome, massive start. I find a great start in any game is what makes it, makes you crush that game. You destroy it. It's very, very fun. I love doing that. I love learning the deep tactics. Of course, there's lots more for me to learn, and I like not knowing. So don't tell me. Don't tell me. I like not knowing. If you do spoil it in the chat, I might as well knock it out of there anyway. I usually farm 1 crop at a time. Well, there you go. It's your farm. You can do whatever you want. Me, I do a whole bunch at the same time. I do a whole bunch. There you go. So typically when I'm playing a primary game like this, where I really am having lots of fun, I'll ask people not to backseat game or to say, hey, Kismet, just go here and do this and do that and do the other thing, right? Or say, hey, you know, when you finish this quest, you're going to get this reward. Well, I don't want to know that. I want to do something and then all of a sudden go, oh my gosh, oh cool, I didn't know that, right? I love those moments of discovery because basically, if you take that away from somebody else, they don't get the same moment that you got when you discovered it, right? Unless you went and looked it up on a wiki or something like that, which I never do. I like those moments of discovery. I think those are actually one of the most vital parts of any game for motivation to play it, right? Oh, wow, I learned how to do this, and wow, I learned how to do that. Oh, that's where that is. Oh, that's over there. And oh, this is how I get this quest done, right? I don't like to just know everything ahead of time. It sucks some of the fun out of the game. Sometimes it sucks most of the fun out of the game, depending on how much stuff you know before you actually play. Playing is the journey, is the meat and potatoes, is the best part of both life and in game. Is that middle part of your life? Is the whole, you know, when you're born, you're a child. you're a baby. You don't know nothing. You don't know how to walk. You don't know how to sleep, and everybody starts the same. So that first 10, 15 years, you're still trying to get fired up. And then once you start getting fired up, then you go out there and you do what you love to do. And I ain't rushing to the end, bro. I'm enjoying that middle part, that real life. I'm enjoying the real life level up, right? And I'm high level, both in game and in real life. What can I say? Let's go. Let's keep going. All right, so what seeds do we have left? We have our very precious melons, which we're going to get to. We have tons of wheat, which we're going to, of course, fill in any areas that we're not using with wheat. We have tomato seeds. Takes 11 days to mature and then continues to produce after that again. So another one of those, like, continually produces ones here. So we'll go ahead and do our tomatoes next. Now, 9 is typically what you would do in a 9 by 9 kind of grid, right? 3 by 3, and you times it out, it's 9, right? That's typically what you would do. In those, I would suggest not to do that. Now, I don't want to put it right here. It's going to block my walkway, right? And I don't want to put it down this row. The stuff I want to put down this row is something like wheat, which is going to be harvest later on. So that's what I'll put down, that kind of middle row, which is kind of my walk row, right? That I could still do. Now, I would do it here, but it's going to be obstructed eventually, and I'll just leave it open. But we'll put that there, right? So we'll go ahead and just kind of move over a little bit here, and we'll look at how we want to put down the rest of this. Like so. We're getting on in the day here. Getting on in the day. And my mouse is acting funky. My mouse is acting funky. All right, so 9 by 9 you can do here, but again, we don't want to obscure. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of vertical action, right? Same thing as we do over here, but of course vertically. Very much like I'm doing down here, leaving a walk row there, and vertically again, right? And then we go a couple more. Oh, wait, I forgot to put my fertilizer down again. Oh, that drives me crazy. I'm not bringing that back up. We'll just leave it in there. We'll just leave it in there. Sometimes I forget to put fertilizer down, and it bugs me to no end that I forgot to put the fertilizer. But whatever. Whatever, it'll still be just fine. All right, now we'll go ahead and use our newfound water powers here to hit 3 at a time. Bam. Very fun. Yeah, you go over by 1, no big deal. Then here. This really does add a whole more fun element to the game. Just when you feel like it's starting to get tedious, you discover that part where you can do like 3 at one time. It really takes a lot of the tedium away of the farming and whatnot. Oh, but we forgot to run and get the animals again. That's okay. That's okay. We'll do that another time. All right. And then, of course, we have tons of wheat, and we have our melons. Now, our melons are going to be like our special stuff over here. And I'm going to go ahead and see if we get this going. Let's take this one out. Now, I usually go in and very specifically do this. Do that. That's how I want my melons to end up. And we'll see why eventually. But let's go ahead and put that in there. Notice I've got 8 of them. There we go. And then we'll go down here. Same thing. Now, this is called thinking ahead. This is thinking ahead right here. Now, eventually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to straight up water them when you first put them down. Straight up water when you first put them down. But eventually what I'm going to do is put a sprinkler there, and that sprinkler is going to automatically water that every single day. We'll get that going here in just a second. We've got to do a lot of going into the depths of the caves. Oh, man, we're running out of time. Running out of time to get this done. So probably I'm gonna play one more day here and let this day finish, and we might have to pick up that other game tomorrow because we're running out of time. So this game is really addicting, as you can see. It's super, super fun, but you get the idea. So this is going to be for these kind of sprinklers. Now the reason why I'm gonna use those sprinklers is because the melons take a really long time to actually come to fruition, and if you forget one day or whatever, it's nice to just put the sprinklers in and just let it run, let it do its thing. All right, so we got that going. Now, another thing we need to do as a way of keeping our stuff going over here, so we're going to pick that up, is we need to put down some more trees, and eventually we'll finish our fence here. We'll get our animals in. We need to start some more trees. Now, one of the things that I will do is I will put them all in a row, and I'll put them very much like I have here, right? Just double, one next, one next. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep doing the same thing I'm doing over there. And what did I do with my paths? There they are. And our maples. Now, I like to put maples down because those are typically, I find, the rarest. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a path first so that we can see where our path is at. We're going to go up first, then come back down, and then it will show us exactly where we typically run in there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And then you can see we got a gap, and then a gap. And then again, I don't like my trees to cover the path. I'm just particular in that way. So I'm going to go ahead and skip one, and skip one, and that'll be perfect. That'll be absolutely perfect for those trees. So we'll have some more maples over here and whatnot. Now we don't want to block our cave over here. All right, let's go in here and see if we got any fruit. Oh, look at us, we got some fruit. Now later on, that bat sound is going to scare you a lot. We got peach and blackberries. We can turn that in for our quest and stuff. You don't want to block this right here. You eventually want to put stuff here, but you can try to put it here, but it will tell you invalid position, right? And if I put it down one more, it should be fine, because look, here's the top of the trees, right? But I don't like to block this cave. I like to leave it open because it reminds me that I need to go in that cave and I need to do whatever I need to do. And this same thing here. I don't like it to be right up against the thing so that it has like a gap, right? A 2 gap. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over by 1. And then just keep going with the rest of these seeds, because these are going to take a really, really long time. So you might say, Kismet, do you need to water those? I have no idea. I've tried them watered and I've tried them non-watered. I'm going to leave that gap there. And basically, I've seen zero difference, whether it's watered or not watered. Now, look at that. See how I put that thing there perfectly and then lined it up perfectly? Yep. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we'll go ahead and put 3 more down here. Now, again, if we count this... Oh, 12 o'clock. Hold on. We count this by blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly. So this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 high by blocks, right? Now, if we had 6 of these blocks, we could go ahead and use those. But we can actually just use a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So there it is. Now, I like to double count just in case and watch very closely. 1, 2, 3. This is 4 where these rocks are. 5, 6. So this is where you want to start your next row of trees. And of course, we also want to offset it away from the fence. So we'll go ahead and offset. And then let our trees start to do the tree thing, right? Let our trees do what trees do. And that's grow and produce fruit and produce maple for us. And we will tap all of those trees eventually. We will tap them all. We will do the rest of our stuff. We will tap into all of that stuff next time. You're like, oh, Kismet, bro. Come on, keep going. I know. I know, everybody. It is so fun. Wait, we almost forgot. Hold on. Pet our puppy. Gotta pet our puppy. You don't have to, by the way, but I do. And there we go. There we go. It's raining. Nice. It's raining. Yay! Now, raining day is the best day to put down a crazy ton of crops. So you're going to see me put down a lot of wheat seeds next week. So I'll be back, of course, tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing some more Stardew Valley next week on the same date, Wednesday, 11:30 into Thursday, which is Thursday now. For me, anyway. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. So we'll finish this up. We'll do the rest of that. We'll get our animals. We'll get our coop done. We'll go ahead and finish in our wood fence. Then we'll let our animals run wild. We'll start doing food. We'll start upgrading our house. We'll start making 10, 20, 50, 100,000 gold in-game within the very first year. We'll probably make at least 100,000 or 50 to 100,000 just in summer alone. And that will be eventually automated to the point in which we don't have to even worry about it. It'll just automatically do our stuff. All we have to do is just come and pick it up from time to time, and you're done, right? And you're done. Now, of course, if I stop right now and I log out, it will start from the beginning of the day again, right? So it'll start at 6 a.m. If I just log out now, it'll start from this when I reload the game. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing something. So if I went through and I did a whole bunch of stuff right now, and then I logged out, I would lose all of that stuff. So you always want to think, okay, am I going to log out right now? Or am I going to go until the end of the day when it saves and then log out, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and log out right now. Go ahead and exit game to the title. Here we go. And then let's go to my overseer's office to show somebody some love. Let's go. All right, we literally have one raid target. Let's see who we got. Who we got? I have to wait. I know. Wake up your children. Get your children ready for school. I have to wait for this ad. All right, now right here in the chat is the Kismet Love Train. I want you guys to go ahead and grab that Kismet Love Train. Now, here's how you earn epic loot here in the stream. You go ahead and participate in the stream. The more you participate, of course, the more Kiz Caps you're going to earn. The more you lurk in the channel, more Kiz Caps you're going to earn. Of course, if you are a subscriber, you're going to get 3 times those Kiz Caps just from lurking, 3 times the chance to win in those contests. And if you go ahead and get with us here in the Love Train, you're going to want to go ahead and grab that first one, the Love Train, Raid, Sharing the Love. Now, if you are subscribed, you can go ahead and grab the various tiers with 1 icon, 2 icon, or 3 emojis, or whatever they're called, emotes, in the channel. And what we're going to do is go ahead and grab that, and we're going to drop it into our chat. So everybody go ahead and grab it right now. Drop it in my chat. The more people that participate in this raid, the more people that drop it in my chat, getting ready to get the hype going, and getting ready to go and drop it into someone else's chat, of course, the more Kiz Caps everybody's going to earn in the stream. So go ahead for, you're going to get 1,000 Kiz Caps for every person that grabs the Kismet Love Train and throws it in the chat right now. Go! While I'm going ahead and getting this ready. Now, we've already got this person before. She has 48 followers. She's playing some Stardew Valley right now. And she thinks that we're just going to do it once and then never show up again. Well, she's wrong. Because we're going to blow up her channel again. We're going to absolutely destroy it. Keep throwing it in the chat, everybody. Come on, get hyped. Get ready for this raid. This is called the Kismet Love Train. I want everybody in the chat to get on that train. Get on that Kismet Love Train, everybody. We're going to get it going right now. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up this raid. Boom. Now, her name is Rachel Tad. And we've gotten her before, and she has no idea we're coming back again. We're coming back again to show her that love. How much we got? Is that it? That's as many people ready to raid out of 100 people in here? Come on, we got some more people in here. Come on, wake up, people. Come on, earn those Kiz Caps. I give away literally thousands of dollars worth of stuff in here. And I got even more cool stuff coming down the line. Come on, everybody. Get those Kiz Caps. They reset. You're going to need to get in there, earn those babies up. Let's go. Dino Guy. You know what? Since Dino Guy came in and slid at the end, let's add 2,000 per person now. Let's add 2,000. Let's do it. So count them up. Let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's it. 5 people. All right. Let's double it up. 10,000 Kiz Caps for everybody. All you lazy people who aren't saying anything in the chat, but that's okay. I appreciate my lurkers too. I know you guys are busy doing stuff. Let's do it, everybody. Let's go raid. Let's go raid and show her some love right here. Let's go and blow up. Oops, wrong chat. Let's go blow it up here. You can also follow this link, which is going to go ahead and take you over there. That also helps streamers out if you do go through the direct link. But we're going to go ahead and... Why does my raid thing never show up? My little raid thing never pops up. I always have to refresh it. Whenever I say raid, it does the thing. All right, now I got to wait 10 seconds. Now, of course, I'll be back tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing all sorts of more fun games. You want to see my schedule down below the stream. I'll be here at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.